Hi guys, today is January 4th, 2021 and first trading day of the year, and people looks like in a cheerful mood, at least the investors. A lot of investors are coming back from the holidays, and looks like we're going higher today at least. So for me, the biggest news will be tomorrow, as Georgia's runoff will be the people will vote in Georgia for two Senate seats, and the question in the Senate balance will be in question actually. So if Democrats win both seats in Georgia, Senate pretty much will be Democratic, and it will be a complete sweep. So some analysts are caution against this, especially Oppenheimer analyst. He says that, for example, stock market may have a 10% pullback if that happens, because people consider complete sweep, democratic sweep, as bad for the market. I actually tend to agree, but it could be used as a buying opportunity if that happens, actually. So, in a separate news, President Trump is still trying to get his votes to challenge the presidential election, and I don't know if that happens. And some Republican senators are actually trying to delay the vote, and but we'll see what happens. I mean, there are certainly to me some irregularities about the election, but if that's going to be overturned, probably not. Okay, so let's jump to SPY ETF for S&P 500, and SPY looks like it's going higher, and but I would caution, like I said, the Georgia runoffs could, add spice to the market a little bit. And traditionally, at the end of January, beginning of February is bad time for the market. But for now, a cheerful mood on Wall Street, and looks like we're going higher, and looks like the S&P 500 is going higher. So we'll see what happens. And let's jump to stocks. And before we do that, if you want to see my trades on pretty much everyday basis, you can check out my patient link in the description. Okay, so let's start with Apple. Oops. So Apple shares are higher, and Apple removed actually 39,000 games from its China App Store due to crackdown by Chinese government in unlicensed games. So I actually expect big year from Apple, and iPhone sales, as far as I know, are going great. And Gene Monster, a big actually analyst and a big bull of Apple in general, he expects shares of Apple to pretty much go to $200, as far as I know. So, big year I expect from Apple, but and I think it's a pretty good buy to me actually in this range. Okay, so let's continue with NIO. So NIO is having, looks like, a good morning, and shares are rising to like $51, even over that. And NIO reported December deliveries that were up 121% year over year, and confirms sedan launch on NIO Day. So looks like NIO shares are going higher. I mean, the valuation for NIO and some of the Chinese stocks are pretty insane to me, but in general, it looks like NIO is going higher on the chart. And what can I say? They probably will take out its all-time high before the NIO Day, but NIO Day could be a selling news event, so be careful there. So I believe NIO Day will be on January 9th. Okay, the other Chinese stocks like XPEV, like I mentioned, okay, they're also jumping this morning because XPEV, for example, XPeng, is another Chinese EV maker, also reported December deliveries that were up a lot. I think 35% in December compared to November, and up 326% year over year. So just like NIO, I think XPEV is going higher, and another Chinese company, EV maker, is Ally Auto, also reported deliveries rise 32% in December versus November. But the big giant in the room is Tesla. Okay, Tesla shares are rising pre-market after reporting and almost hitting the magic number of 500,000 deliveries for the year of 2020 that Elon Musk promised before, and a little bit shy of that, and also announced that Model Y production has begun in China, and Actually, Deutsche Bank up its price target to 705 versus $500. A little bit late to the game, I would say. And Jim Monster says the deliveries will rise 40% for the 2021. So Tesla shares are higher, and looks like it's going higher, but it's a little bit too high to me. And you know. I mean, it could be trading in a range for a while, like 700, 730 to me, but I would not. I don't know if that number that they reported, deliveries numbers, will push it much higher than that. So I would be careful with those highs, but I think shares will be rising a little bit, but. I wouldn't buy it here. So it shows as a new investor, I wouldn't buy it here. Okay. Baidu. So, shares of Baidu has been on a crazy run recently. Okay, so it's as you can see, it's like rising from basically like $175 to what's it's trading right now, $220. So it's deeply in overbought territory, deep. Okay, so. Uh, Reports on a couple of days before the year end in 2020 was reports that China and EU have reached a deal in principle for trade and investments, and that actually triggered the buying in Baidu shares and other Chinese company shares. But in general, to me, it's trading very high. It's like RSI, like around 85, 86, maybe even higher than that. So I would be very careful with Baidu. I would even probably buy puts on Baidu at this point. Okay, so Magellan, MGLN, sorry. Magellan Health. So Magellan Health is a managed care company agreed to be acquired by Centene for $95 per share in cash and pretty much 2.2 billion in cash, basically. That represents almost 15% premium to Magellan shares. So it's too late to the game to buy Magellan to me, but for Centene, that's a pretty good deal to me. I mean, they're buying Magellan pretty cheap. It looks to me. So to me, Centene is a pretty good buy on this actual acquisition. So I would be buying Centene, CNC. Okay, FLIR. Speaking of acquisitions, okay, Systems will be bought by industrial instruments and software company Teledyne for about 8 billion in cash and stock. Values FLIR at $56. So FLIR shares trading right now at around $54, a little bit under that, but Teledyne, TDY. Teledyne shares are actually lower because I guess the investors don't like the deal. So I would wait for Teledyne shares to go even lower than that before I buy it. So, but it could be a good buying opportunity on a sell-off. TDY. Okay, Delta Airlines. So Delta Airlines are pretty much flat pre-market, but there was a letter sent by CEO recently notifying employees that they're expecting airlines cash flow to be positive by spring. So I'm generally pretty bullish on airlines, and I like LUV. I even like AAL, and I like also JetBlue. Okay, these companies looks like in pretty good shape, and airlines in general, like I told you before, are in kind of a sweet spot because they're getting a lot of help from government. They are uh, the vaccinations is going to help, and generally they're in a sweet spot. So I would be buying airlines, and the next stock is Under Armour. Under Armour shares are higher because it was upgraded by Pivotal Research to buy from hold, citing valuation and better positioning than before the COVID pandemic. So it looks like Under Armour shares are pretty good buy in my opinion. I mean, they're not overbought or anything, and it looks to me that they could be going higher. In general, I like the tech stocks, and some of the tech stocks like such as Microsoft and CRM, Nvidia, Okay, I think they will be having a good year. The AMD. So these stocks are leaders in 2020, and I think will be leaders in 2021. And I think they're in a pretty good position to be bought. Actually, some of them were sold off at the end of the year because of the tech rotation, but I think it's a pretty good buy to me, and a pretty good time to get back into them. Okay, so. Happy New Year, everyone, and I hope we'll all make money. And I'll see you next time, which will be Thursday. Take care.